Today, the moon continues in Cancer. So we have that energy of feelings and emotions. The moon does join up with the planet Jupiter in Cancer right around 6 a.m. Pacific time. And Jupiter makes whatever touches it bigger. So big feelings today. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Thursday, March 26th. We are now past the first quarter moon that was yesterday, so we are moving into the waxing crescent phase of this moon cycle, and the moon gets bigger, right? We're heading toward that next full moon. So we're growing, we're building, we are moving towards something. And as we move along this journey of building or moving towards something, we want to be active, we want to be proactive, we want to be moving things forward, making decisions, taking actions, moving things forward. But of course, we are moving through a Pisces moon cycle, very watery, spiritual, nebulous energy, abstract. There's different ways to talk about it. But as we move through this energy, tangible actions are not always super clear, but that doesn't mean we can't move things forward. And during a Pisces moon cycle, moving forward, especially with the moon in Cancer, joining Jupiter where it expands, is about working with energy. So how are you working with energy today? How are you showing up for yourself and holding space for your needs, your own self-care, and attending to your emotional needs? Because when the moon's in Cancer, we're a little bit sensitive. We're kind of vulnerable, right? We're being more true. We're deepening into that part of ourselves where we feel. It's not it's not like the earth energy that is tangible where you could touch it and see it and describe it. It's not like the air energy that's sort of in the realm of ideas and how we want to think about things. Hang on, my cat is yelling at me here. Just one second. All right, so my cat is 19 years old, and if I don't do what she wants when she meows, she just keeps meowing louder and louder. So we'll give her that grace, being 19. So, so where was I? Energy and working with feelings and needs. And so we have that extra sensitivity where we are getting into the deeper, more true, more vulnerable parts of ourselves because they have to do with what is more true and more real, right? And so we feel a little bit more sensitive. You might feel more sensitive. You might also notice that people around you are a little bit more reactive, right? They may not be aware that the moon is in Cancer, and they may not be aware that they're feeling sensitive, but you just notice, oh, people are a little bit more touchy, right? People are a little more irritable or prickly or just present with their feelings. It's not all bad. So noticing where those sensitivities are and where they might be a little bit feeling exaggerated today, where our feelings, our needs might be a little bit extra, like feeling bigger than they really are. And so just being aware of that can help us tremendously as we support ourselves in getting our own needs met. So working with Cancer energy, as I've talked about in the past, is like that energy of how we need to have safety so that we can do the healing we already know how to do, just like the energy of a mother or a caregiver of any sort, really, just like holding a child who's fallen down and scraped their knee or stubbed their toe or something, right? Like the child is going to be okay, right? But they need that feeling of being held. And so the natural instinct we have is just to put our arms around the child who's crying, who's had some sort of insult or injury, and that's really all they need. They need to be held for a few minutes. They need to know that there is safety. And then they move through whatever it is they need to move through, and they bounce right back, right? As if nothing ever happened. So, so how do you need to do that for yourself, right? To acknowledge that, oh, that felt intense, or I feel tender or sensitive, or we just need that extra hug. So, maybe you just need a little extra moment to sit down, to acknowledge that you're having feelings, or to feel that safety for a moment. You can do it for yourself, right? You just give yourself what you need. That's really, it's as simple as that. Sometimes, not always, but right, sometimes it's as simple as that. So, maybe there is someone around you who needs a hug, or somebody who can be that hug for you. But if not, just think about what you need for yourself, and just do it, right? Don't hesitate. So those are some ways to think about this energy. And Jupiter in Cancer also has to do with our beliefs about healing and feeling and caring. And so where we place our faith and trust. And you can be part of increasing the faith that we have in our own healing ability by, believing in that caring of one another, and being that caring person in the world around you, showing up with a smile, with a kind, supportive gesture, or kind word, or something that can be caring. And then, of course, it ripples out from there, and there are much bigger things you can do too. But it starts with the smaller. It starts with the small acts of kindness and caring. And often it starts with our small acts of kindness and caring for ourselves. So those are my thoughts for today. Thank you for being here. And you can learn more about me, Marina Orms, at transformationalastrology.com. I have just re-released my free introductory videos on evolutionary astrology and the lunar nodes. So if you don't know what those are, go watch those videos and find out at transformationalastrology.com. And I now have available my Gemini South Node lecture class. So that is available. It's on sale through the end of April. You can learn more about all of it at transformationalastrology.com. Really cool stuff. Thanks for being here, and I will see you next time with more astrology for unshakable self-care. Bye for now.